Hello and welcome back to Court Farm, and welcome to an absolutely stunning June morning. As you can see, the sorghum has taken very, very well, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. Look at it blow in the wind there. It's just lovely, that is. Lovely. Right, we do have a few jobs that need doing in this field, one of which I have the Massey all hooked up and ready for the first job, which is to weed the field. It's got a plethora of weeds in, so we'll get that all taken care of. And then the second job is to get it fertilized. Its final stage, or state rather, of fertilization, just to ensure that it is fully yield ready, 100% yield potential, 100 and might be even more actually, because this here we've got yield potential of 125. This one I believe is the same, and it's at 118, which is alright. Really good that. We're going to have some really nice yield from our grain crops, and which is great because they are going to go into the mill to produce flour, and then of course to produce the bread as well. Sorry, I just had to ensure it was actually working, but it would seem that it is. Yes, you can barely see it with the see and spot spray. You don't really see it spray until it's too late, because yeah, it doesn't just spray the whole field. It only sprays the needed bits, and it's very difficult to see, I will admit. So we should probably just ensure that it's working. Oh, lovely, absolutely lovely. That is. Very slow job, definitely not my favourite. I do prefer weeding in a field that you can actually see the weeds in. This is probably one of the brighter crops, I'd have to admit, at least in the early stages. Blimey, when you do get sorghum ready for harvest, it is very clearly ready for harvest, and then when you harvest it, it looks still ready to harvest, to be honest, with the tall stalks and that. Right, it's not going to be perfect. Neither is my driving, apparently. There we go. Rectified itself. Yes, we will get the rest of this done. And aside from weeding the sorghum and fertilizing the sorghum, of course, I don't think we have a very busy June. I don't even think there's any products that we could up and sell or anything. That is coming in July. So we should be able to, here actually, let's see if I can get this on cruise control again. Go straight on, as straight as possible. Could get a helper, but it's such a big width, it's fine. And perfect right there. We'll have a very quick look and see, not this map, but rather this one, to see that, yeah, nothing is quite ready for us to sell. It is saying that the price of manure is very good, but yeah, £2, not very much. And then the next thing to sell is the field bean, but again, that'll be in July. The price is increasing, so that'll probably be either the very first thing we do in July or the very last thing we do in June, but I don't know just yet. Would be nice to maximize any price that we can and go for that £200,000 mark. £200,000 just from the field bean alone, which is absolutely amazing. Right, we are clearing some serious ground with this. The only problem is just that it is a very slow job. So what I'll probably do here, just to be able to crack on with it, I'll reach the end here and get set off again, and we can get this and the fertilizing done in one nice little time lapse. there we have the very end of the fert spreading. Fantastic. And didn't have to worry about running out, which is really great. And I I did notice that I don't know how I missed this in the last episode, but I did completely forget to finish the digestate spraying. Now, there's two reasons why. I think one, I had the drill going, so I kind of forgot all about the spraying, but also we needed more digestate anyways, and so maybe there's loads now, but at least we can use that the next time before we drill fields. So we are done for June. Of course, I will have a quick look at everything to make certain that we are actually done, and then we can probably move on to July already. Now, I will probably make my way through the month just to make certain that we don't miss any opportune sales opportunities, if you will, with the field bean, because as you can see, the price is well, it's peaked. Actually, it's peaked at 4741. Let's have a look at field bean here just to see, which is already better. You see what I mean? It's very confusing. So I think it's June that would be best to sell. The price currently is so much better. How is that? Wow, what? So much better. 4742. I think we should do that. We're going to sell it at that price. I'm not too worried about it going up. Clearly it can a little bit, but for that, how much we're going to get, it's really not a big deal, because that's pretty much 2 loads. Can't remember exactly how much our man lorry holds, but we will get it all hooked up and loaded with field bean. Alright, we are at the silo now, and there we go, field bean going in. Brilliant. As you can see, it is well in the afternoon. It's about 5:10 in the afternoon, but look at this price, 49.02. I am very pleased that we waited. We have earned about maybe £4,000 or £5,000 more than we would have had we not waited, and it is going to be 2 loads, which is brilliant. So we'll just confirm here that 49.02 is the best, very much so. Let's tag it, double check where it is. It should be over the top there. Yes, the farthest location, absolutely fine. We'll make our way there, and we've been there many times, so we will maneuver out of here, and we'll make our way to the garden centre. Alright, load number 1 going to the garden centre. Now, usually I feel like we've emptied on the other side, so I'm just going to absolutely ensure that this is the correct location, because we have garden centre bales and right, okay, it's because we've done a lot of silage to here in particular, so now we can just watch the money go up. Really nice, look at that, 120 plus 13, so nearly 135-ish £1,000 from the first load of field beans. Wow. Absolutely wow. We're going to head back to the farm, collect the very rest of it, and we'll be back here in a moment. Alright, here we are with the final load, second and final load of field beans, 16,936 litres. Going into the sell point, we've breached 300,000, nearly hit 350, with another 80, call it 93,000 pounds. Absolutely amazing. That really was a fantastic haul, and I'm very excited for the future of the next field bean harvest, because all of our fields will be field bean, and selling those, it'll be amazing, absolutely amazing. Right, let's finish up June. I'm going to head back to the farm, make sure the animals are all fine and ready to go for the next day, because July will be busy harvesting linseed. Good morning and welcome to a beautiful July morning. Very small property maintenance fees and production costs, and Yes, the linseed is ready to harvest. Look at that. Look at that. And it did look very lovely before. Not that it doesn't look lovely now, but that purple flower is just very, very nice. Right, let's have a quick look at everything. Oh, blimey. Did not expect that. Am I? Oh, it is, always. We have a job ahead. Luckily for us, we have a few months, I think, to clear everything out. The linseed, we've got 3 months. I think we might be better off getting into one of these other fields first, so that we can start producing some of our grain in that, because the linseed is just to be sold. Look at that. Gorgeous barley. Oh, stunning. Especially with the blowing in the wind there. Sorghum, you're next. Well, not next, but maybe soon. Let's just have a very quick run over to our wheat as well and have a look at that. Might as well take the path. Oh yes, looking very good. Sorghum is a very quick growing crop as well, so we will have sorghum in the production in probably a couple of months. And look at the wheat. Oh, it's gorgeous. Just a sea of gold. Even the fields beyond are also, they also look like wheat, these two. Very nice indeed. And the linseed, of course, ready over here as well. Oh, happy days. Happy days. Right, well, let's find, yeah, there we go. The New Holland TX32. Now, I did kind of have a thought about, you know, not getting a new harvester, but maybe getting a bigger one or upgrading. But you know what? Don't need to. I really feel confident that we can do all of the different harvesting that we have to get done with this one machine. Now, mind you, the harvesting doesn't all have to get done in 1 month. That's the really nice thing. Usually I am quite on top of it in that way, that we want to get as much harvesting done and get it all done if we can, but really we do have a few months. We have the summer months ahead to get it done. Now, we do have field bean that we do need to contest with. A smaller field, mind you. The sorghum is a fairly big field, but that won't be for a couple of months. In fact, they might be ready to harvest around the same time. Right, where we are. Field bean is September, and sorghum is August. But it will probably be September, so that is perfect, because that really does give us July and August to get all of our grain sorted out and harvested. So happy days. Very exciting. I think we should start with the beautiful barley right here. Very excited for that. If I'm not mistaken, that might have been the first one I put in. I can't remember if I put the wheat or the barley in first, but nevertheless, let's crack on with it. Get the harvester opened up and get it fired up as well. Now we should be putting a swath out, which is what we do want to do. There we are. We're going to have loads of bales to deal with. The straw bales can either go into the cows, which will turn into muck, or we might be able to put the straw bales directly into the BGA. I think we might do that, depending on what we get for the various return, obviously, on that particular product. So we'll have to have a look at all that. But yeah, if we can put these bales of straw directly into the BGA, that would probably be the best thing. It really depends, because I don't want to be stuck with digestate overflow. I would rather have the money from the electric charge and the methane. But time will tell. Time will tell. My, look at this. We are harvesting so quickly. We are at 37, 38% of a combine already. Is this mental to do all of this harvesting with just it? No, you know what? We're not changing combines. I'm sticking with this one from the beginning. We've only put on 3.5 hours onto it, not even. Well, just over, sorry. Is what I meant to say. Not just. But yes, very good indeed. Of course, we don't want to miss any of this golden crop here. Get that, start a new swath here, it would seem. Brilliant. Excellent. And yeah, we will be able to get probably, oh, it's really hard to say how many combine loads full. but it will be a very good yield. Between this, the barley and the sorghum, that mill will be running 24/7, and I can't wait to see the results. And then of course from there we do have to get all of that flour down to the bakery to get some bread made, but that is coming in time. Perfect. 73%. Let's hope we can get to the end here with the one hopper. Otherwise we'll have to bring the lorry all the way around. I think we'll make it at least to the very end there, but yeah, this might have been a bit of an ambitious goal. All these fields, especially when we do our field bean field. There is a small chance that maybe then I could lease out a second combine to help of the same kind, because I really do like the TX32, and I'm very pleased. Oh no, we are going to run out, blimey. Run out of room. That's unfortunate. Now, one thing I could do during all of this is also have a helper following me collecting all of the straw, which actually might not be a bad shout. I know I do like to try and get all the things done, but that's a lot of baling that we could possibly avoid having to do ourselves. Maybe once I do another headland and start going up and down the field, it might be a bit easier to do. But we shall see. First thing I need to do, though, is find our man lorry. There we are. So, yeah, we'll have to go all the way around. Right, so here's the plan, then. I'll go and get as much of this crop in as I can. Now, I believe it was about 5,600 litres, I think, for a full combine. So, oh, so close as well. Oh, no. So close. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyways, yes, we will get this all harvested up. I am going to get the baler, actually, because it is all ready to go. I think we just need to give one of the tractors a bit of a cleaning. I might put it on the Ford. I do quite like it on the Ford. And we'll make our way through the field. I might, as I say, I might at least do one more headland before we do that, just so that I can ensure we have enough room to turn around and all that fun stuff, and don't get the helper overly confused. And we should be able to just sneak right in here. Oh, nearly. There we go. Haven't destroyed too much of the sorghum, fret not. Just a bit though. But that's okay. We are now loading in the wheat in the hedge. It's not ideal, but it does work. So that's very good. Right, as soon as that is emptied out, we will crack on with the harvest and see how far we get. Well, there we go, have nearly another full hopper of wheat and, sorry, of barley. We are just going to get that loaded into the lorry here. I did start the bale process as well, just so that I could hopefully, hopefully get a bit of a head start on collecting all this straw, because really there is so much. There's going to be so much straw, and this is our smallest field. I mean, if we look at the grand scheme of it all, this is definitely the smallest field we have, aside from our field bean fields, of course. But yes, we are on smallest field. Now, as I was harvesting and doing all this, I've come to a potential realization. I think episode 50 is a bit of a farce. I don't think there is a possibility of us actually completing what I'd like to get done by episode 50. Now, I only say 50 because I do like that as a whole round, nice round number, but it's not the be-all number or anything like that. So it's very, very possible that it could go on a few extra episodes, however many it takes, really, at the end of it all. So we'll let that helper crack on. What I think I'm going to do now, well, obviously I'll carry on with the baling here. My plan is to keep on baling until I eventually catch up to the harvester, and then hopefully stick on a bit of a helper behind. I wonder, actually, if I could... I'd be a bit worried about putting a helper on a helper. I have done that in the past, but it's not always worked out as nicely as it could do. So what I might do is, for the time being, is I'll just crack on with this, get a bit of baling and that done off camera, because we did just do a nice little time lapse of our harvesting, but really we have nothing else on. All we have to do is to finish harvesting our fields and get the grain, of course, loaded over to the mill. Right, I'm very tempted to try to put this helper behind a helper, but don't know how well it's going to go. I am going to move this... Okay, it's fine there. It's fine. Problem is, once that's done, I don't have another job to do. So what I'm going to try and do is spin round here very quickly and get this put onto a follower to follow along behind the New Holland, just to see how it goes. Now, I know I've tried this in the past, but it is worth the potential effort, I suppose. You ready, mate? Okay, let's see how it goes. Helper helping a helper. Oh my god, he's completely forgot to go. There we go. Do need it fairly close. It will be able to keep pace. So maybe 10 would be best. Yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna let that happen. And you know what? Maybe it's not as mental as all that to get another harvester. Anything exciting in there? Nothing. I mean, look at the price of it as well. Very inexpensive, right? We could buy one, a brand new one, and bring it down to the farm, get the other harvesting done, and we know we'll need it later on, and it's paid for. It's not like we won't get any money back for it. Well, I'll have a quick think of it, because we do have loads of cash. Oh my goodness, I've witnessed horrible, horrible collision. Now, it might only be temporary, though. Hey, but it's getting on alright. It's getting on alright. Okay, I'm going to let this crack on off camera so that we can carry on with a few other things. The harvester is probably going to be empty or full. There you go, 80% full already. So I will get the lorry all ready to go and empty out the harvester. Alright, well, we have made some progress here on the field, and as you can see, there is a notification that a helper has completed a task. Now, that helper is actually the man lorry, and very close indeed. The fact that the helpers can actually manage to do this is absolutely brilliant. Alright, mate, get out of the way now. Thank you. So, I will get this all dumped in, and we'll get the barley production, yes, barley flour underway. Dumping off, yes, checking it out, mate. Yes, it's all looking very good, very good, very good indeed. Now we'll go to our production menu, and we can officially, now I've got the bread in, I've got, what have we got, barley and activate, so soon we'll have wheat in, and some sorghum. Suppose we could have done rye and oat as well, no matter, we at least will get 3 kinds of grain in for making loads and loads of flour. Oh, we actually have a pallet of flour all ready to go. That must have just appeared. Right, I'm going to get this helper set off again. I have made a decision on the combine. I'm not going to add another one to the fleet, but I have decided to upgrade the TX32. I know. I just went through all this saying about how brilliant it is, and it absolutely is brilliant. But we are expanding. We have expanded very, very much. So I think it would only be right and fair, not just to us, but to the farm itself, to show that growth with a combine upgrade. So that is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to finish the rest of the barley here just off camera. There's only this small section and then a little bit over there, and that'll leave us with all the baling, of course. I have tried to get as much of the baling done as possible. I might try another follow me option with the upgraded combine once we do purchase it. I might try and get a helper on a baler again to follow, but if it does follow, it would be following me, not following the another helper, because that is just absolutely a disaster to have that happen. But anyways, we are at 81%. Hopefully we can get just enough in and then dump it into the man lorry, and we'll send it back to the mill for loading up for flour, and then we can take this combine down to the shop and get it upgraded. Alright, we've arrived at the dealership, and we'll just sneak in here and drop off the combine. Can we manage to go all the way up? We can. Oh, we're going to hit the roof. That's gone really well, actually. A bit surprised at how well that's gone. Yeah, go on then, we'll just stick it up there. Right, well, it has been an amazing combine, and anyone who's played Farming Sim ever has probably used it. It's a workhorse, and you know what, it's been really good. Look, we're in year 4, we've used it every year, we've had some really great harvests with it, but now it's time to sell the lot and upgrade. So everything except for the, obviously, our dealership loader there. So repaint, sure, repaint, 7,000, right, that's 7,000 they charge. And repaint that as well. Might as well do all the repairs and all the repainting. And I think that's not bad. I think brand new it's 55 for just the combine alone. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll get it all sold. And there we have it. So total back is 68,372. Now of course that won't you know, pay for the entirety of a new combine, but I will show you what I'm looking at. Now I did forget that I have added this combine into the game, because I was thinking of going for the CH770, but it's a bit big. To be honest, for this farm, it's a bit big, and there are some really nice big combines which maybe we can explore later on, different series and such. And there is the Class and all that, and the Massies, but we have the CX580, and I think this is a perfect upgrade for us, because it's not massive, but it's still a lot bigger, and it holds 8,300 litre capacity, which is 2,000 more than we have, 3,000 if anything more than we have, and we can put BKTs on, which is brilliant. But they are massive wheels as well, so should be able to get through the gate. But let's get it set up a bit. Beacons on the front is fine. Oh, go on then. Triangle, no, that's fine. Steering wheel, yes please, I'd love one. GPS, no, we don't need that. License plate, we'll get it swapped to that. Looks perfect. Absolutely fantastic. So, and really, I mean, price-wise, for a combine, 155,000 is pretty good. So we are going to buy it. Go ahead for it, and purchased. Now we'll go back to this menu, we'll go combinations, and we'll find the best header for us, which I think is this one here. As you can see, these are the best combinations. 8.5 meters is 2.5 meters more than we had. So really cannot scoff at that. And that's massive. It's still massive. 48,000 just for the header alone, which we're going to buy. Brilliant. And we will definitely need a trailer for it. Oh, I can never remember. They always have slightly different sizes. Unless... Oh, perfect. 6.1. No, that's the... Right. That's for that. So I wonder then, which one should we use? It's going to be one of these then. Or is it that? Right, I will sort that out because I don't want to get the wrong one, but if we do... Oh, look at that. So 203,000 already, and the trailer will cost us no more than about £10,000, I think. And yeah, it looks amazing. So I will do a quick faff with do a little test with the headers just to ensure I purchase the right one, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I have opted for the Nardi N7030. There is an N6030, but it does have the articulated wheel, but this looks a bit different. This looks like, although the wheels will steer, the articulation is a bit further up. It looks like there's a small pin in there which will make it move, so I'm really hoping this is the best option. Yes, I have put on the spare wheel, just why not, for the extra bit. And there we go. That does look massive, but I think we'll be alright. Because the other option, I'll just show you very quickly, the other option was the 6030, which has the I don't know, this could be the wrong option, this could be way too big, but we're going to attach it all together, and we'll see you back at the farm. Alright, here's the moment of truth. We're arriving back at the farm. Truthfully, I did have a helper drive most of the way here, but I've decided to take over so that we can see how this goes. Oh, so far so good, and I do like this trailer. It does follow beautifully behind. Look at that, with such ease as well. Now I think our best course of action would be to remove the trailer and attach the header in this space here, or even in our field there. Might be pretty good. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, I'll just bring it into the field. Bit more room to maneuver, but yeah, as you can see, I've managed to do a bit of damage on the bales here, and the bale front, to ensure that we have enough time, I guess, to do everything else. Yeah, it was nice to have a bit of extra time letting the lorry helper take off to the grain mill and then come back, and that's been very useful. I should have taken advantage of that in the in previous harvests and that, but it's not all bad, because here we are now with our biggest harvest session to date. Truthfully, it really is. Oh no, it might take out either a tree. This was not a good idea. There's just no room. There's no room at all to maneuver over there, so we have to be conscientious of crop and trees. I'm also worried about the crop. Oh no, sorry sorghum. So sorry about that. Oh no. We might have to remove the header and then drive it over with a tractor to deal with this, or drive the header trailer rather over with a tractor. Although we have made a path in the sorghum, so that's fine. Right, now do I want to have a helper follow me straight away? I think I do, but it's hard to say. Maybe I should do a headland first and then go from there, because we do have a bit of oh, we've only got like 2 things left. I might as well then. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try it, because I'd like to do a bit of a headland myself as well, and maybe get a helper on and then clean up some bales, but we shall see. I want to get the process of the harvesting actually done as well, especially with our brand new harvester. We haven't even really had the opportunity to have a look at it yet, so before we hop into the field, then that's what we'll do, because normally I would do that first at the shop, but we had to sort the trailer out and all that, so oh come on, missed such a little bit. There we are. Right, so there's little bits missed here and there, but I'm not too fussed on it. We got loads and loads of straw comings, because we'll get from the wheat loads of bales. We'll get loads of bales from the wheat. Sorghum, honestly, on this map edit, it's very possible we'll get sorghum straw, but also we might not, so I'll have to just wait and see. Linseed, we know we will, but we'll be getting linseed straw, so that's something we can sell for a relatively alright price, considering it is straw after all. And all the bean straw will save aside for the cows, although they don't take very much, so we could probably sell a majority of it, to be honest. Alright, so let's get this fired up, and we can get a helper sorted as well, so we'll get that put to 10, yeah. We'll hop in here and we'll have a proper look, because we haven't had a proper look. Oh wow, it looks really, really good. Loving the details and that. Very nicely detailed as well. You got even the badges there, little decals and stickers and all that. Really nice. Can see very well how the hopper is functioning. And I think we are ready to go. So lower down. Open it up. Here we get that in third person as well. And fire up the engine. Look at that. We are getting our wheat in. Now, are we spraying or are we... Nope, yep, nope, we don't want that. There we go. Give us that swath. Look at that. Look at the difference. I mean, again, it's 2.5 meter difference, but I mean, you think of a person lying down, a meter or meter and a half or whatever. I don't know how tall people are. But, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of distance. We are covering so much more. So, as cool as it would have been to have 2 TX32s on the farm, I think this is probably the best possible option that we could have done for the series. And just for ourselves, because really it's an opportunity to try a different combine as well. I do love the TX32, I've stated it many times, there's a reason I started with it on this particular series, but it is now time for the upgrade, and here it is. Here it is. Really beautiful, really enjoying it. Anything bigger I think would have been a bit overkill for this farm. Even with all the fields we have, because we do have a fair few fields, and they're relatively large now. Sorghum field's quite big. Even this wheat field is a relatively larger size, especially for the fields that I tend to crash into trees. That I tend to like to play on, map-wise, field size-wise, I suppose. It's coming along very nice, and we are still going to do our mega harvest as well. There we go. Just can't really see with the trees there. That's better. Yes, we are going to do our field bean mega harvest at the very end. It will be really, really nice, really cool to do. And as stated previously in the episode as well, whether it's episode 50 remains to be seen. Could be 55, could be 59, could be 60. I'd like to hit it on an even number if possible. Just me being weird. It's probably some form of OCD or whatever, but if you've seen any of my episodes or any of my series, you might know that that is something I'm a bit prone to. Right, now let's not clip any gates. It's always good to get this sort of awkward bits out the way if we can before the time lapse, because harvesting and then looking through the trees can be a bit difficult. Obviously it's quick, but yeah, nevertheless. And the helper is helping, so that's good. And now we're back on the straight, so I think we'll do quite well. Now, the only problem is the bales that are in the field might be problematic. That's my only concern with using Follow Me in this instance, is that the bales will now be in the way. So what I might do for this next one, bouncy. Look at that, what's going on? Is the ground that bouncy, or what's happening? Oh, there we go. That was a bit strange. Never seen that before. Oh, we've missed some wheat. Hang on. Hold your horses. Try and get all the wheat in that we can. Precious gold. Oh wow, 92%. I've just realised that we're nearly at a full trailer. Well, that is perfect timing indeed. Can we make it though? Oh, you've got... Joking. Come on. Oh, alright, well, luckily for us, we can just auger out over the hedge here and bring the truck up, so we are very lucky for that. I will probably stop this fella as well, or last, sorry, did not know, and we'll bring the truck round. Where have I put it away? Yes, I have. Absolutely incredible. Very pleased about how this is all coming together. And yeah, I will miss this map, and I know I've said it. It's like, well, if you miss it, then why are you gonna stop the map? Well, there's just so many. There's so many maps. Oh, I've put that roller in a precarious spot there, haven't I? There are so many maps, and I just really want to explore as many of them as possible. I've really enjoyed what what I've done with this map so far. And remember, there's still episodes left. I might even hit episode 60. It might not even stop. I don't really know. I just really enjoy this series, but we shall have to just wait and see. I do have a few maps in mind that I'd like to explore, and I'm always open to new suggestions as well. And yeah, so we just will have to see. Absolutely lovely that is. Right, well, we'll let the grain go in, we'll set this up again, and then I think by that time we'll be ready for a nice harvesting time-lapse. Alright, I think I'm just going to leave this here for the time being. I'll let this help us sort of catch up. There was a bit of a workaround that I had to do there, but it did happen to work, so that's good. Get that shut down as well. And happy days. Here, let's have a look at the map, see how we're doing. As far as the harvest goes, we have taken a fairly big chunk out of the field. But as you can see, we still have more than half left, to be honest. And of course, we have our big linseed harvest to come. But before we wrap things up for this episode, I am going to head down to the mill and get our 24,500 litres loaded in to the windmill. Turn it into flour. Alright, we're back at the windmill. And, oh, are you going to check the load? No, just having a mosey. Alright. Oh, alright. Right. Load in the wheat, and there we go. Now we can get that production officially back underway. Or underway, I suppose. And activate. Pretty soon we'll have sorghum in there as well. And that's how much barley. We had about, I would want to say total... When I brought the last bit, we had about 29, so it had gone through quite a bit, but clearly we'll be getting loads more wheat from all of this. At least maybe 60,000 litres, 55, 60. I think that would be a not unexpected result. So we shall see. But as you can see, we are going to be making flour of all kinds, and luckily it all goes into one, and oh my, we've got loads on. Loads of flour already. Right, we really need to get this production, and this is going to be a lot quicker than I initially anticipated. But luckily it hasn't hit capacity yet, so that's something we can probably look at in maybe in August or later in this month, depending on when we finish the harvest. Because ideally we'd want to finish up the wheat harvest first, and then we can come down and load up a bunch of flour for the bakery. Right, well, I am going to just leave this here for now. We'll have to take it down, of course, to load up some more wheat afterwards, but I think this is a very nice way to sort of wrap up the episode. Beautiful windmill and beautiful lorry in view. It has been a fantastic episode. We got the new combine in, so that's really good, and plans for sort of the end game of the series as well, which, as you know, is a mega harvest of field bean. So that is how things will go. But one harvest at a time. We've got to finish the wheat, crack on with the linseed, and then eventually we'll have field bean to harvest for this season, and the sorghum as well. Just so much left to do, and we'll enjoy every minute of it as we do it. Right, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel, and please subscribe. until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.